The Swordsman beneath plum blossoms. Hidden deep in the misty mountains, the reclusive swordsman Bai Chen lives in silence and sorrow. When an injured dancer from the capital collapses at his doorstep, their lives intertwine beneath falling plum blossoms. But in loving her, he risks awakening the blade he swore never to draw again. Story: Bai Chen hadn't spoken to another soul in 7 years. He lived beneath the shadowed cliffs of Mount Shui, where the plum trees bloomed even in frost. Once known as the Plum Blade of Jinzhou, he had vanished after the massacre of his sect. The world thought him dead. He preferred it that way. Until one winter dusk, a rustle at his gate broke the silence. A woman, bloodied, breath-faint, collapsed against his threshold. Her robes were torn, and her eyes held terror. Bai Chen hesitated, hand hovering near the sheathed blade on the wall. But then he lifted her into his cottage. She called herself Yueyan. A traveling dancer, she said. Yet her grace and guarded silence betrayed something deeper. As days passed, she healed under his care. He rarely spoke, and she rarely asked. But one morning, she placed a single plum blossom on his table and whispered, "Why do you live alone, Sir Swordsman?" His hands froze over the teacup. "My blade costs too much," he said. "I now offer only tea and silence." She smiled sadly. "Sometimes, silence is lonelier than death." That night she danced beneath the plum tree, her movements fluid, mournful, mesmerizing. Bai Chen watched, heart-stirring for the first time in years. He began to speak again, then to laugh, and finally, to dream. But dreams are fragile things. One evening, a black-clad man arrived at the gate. "Hand over the girl, hermit," he snarled. "She stole a jade seal from the Grand Eunuch." Yueyan stood behind Bai Chen, shaking. "I took it to buy my freedom. They'll kill me." Bai Chen glanced at his dusty blade. "If I draw it, I'll become the man I swore to bury." Yueyan stepped closer. "Then let me be your new vow." Outside, the assassin shouted. Inside, the blade whispered. Moments later, the door creaked open. Bai Chen walked out, sword drawn, eyes like winter steel. The assassin did not survive the night. When the snow melted, Bai Chen and Yueyan descended the mountain together. He no longer feared the world, for he had learned that sometimes a sword must be drawn not for vengeance, but to protect the one who dared awaken the heart beneath the plum blossoms.